Hi everyone, hope you're all well. In case you're wondering why I'm doing videos from the Cena workspace, I'm just marking away and burning the midnight oil, essentially. So, in any case, this a question that keeps coming up is what diet is right, quote unquote, and what diet should I be doing for PCOS? There's no answer to that. The only thing that I can guide you in regards to diet and preferences for diet is based on, again, checking in with your own level of insulin. Because at the end of the day, the type of diet you're going to be focusing on is based on your own system. So if you have a body that is insulin resistant, so mine is, you may have some navigation to do in regards to what diet to utilize or not. And if you don't have insulin resistant issues, then you're really lucky actually, but then you'll have a different option for diet. So, okay, let me backtrack for a second. Your intention for your diet is important. So let me be clear. I was having issues with my, menstruation. And as you know, it's been a bit of a long journey. But the thing that helped me was, and before I even tackled the insulin issue, which I probably should have, but my journey I'll like just explain is because before I discovered my inositol and all this other stuff, I went raw vegan and became vegetarian, and then went through these different phases. I have to say that helped me. That helped me because it induced my period. It helped regulate my period. And it could be because meat is hard to digest for some of us. First of all, it's a tough thing to digest meats. But for some of us, it can also be more difficult and complex for your body to be working on digestion and then also be working on inducing your period. So I even recommend to people if their period is stuck to scale back on the meat and try to even stop eating early in the evening, drink your teas, or have fruits that are low in glycemic index. So there's this dance that happens when it comes to inducing periods. For some of us, eating meat and so forth is fine. Again, it's to figure out your carb ratio, your fat ratio, and your protein ratio. You can be vegetarian and do that. You can be non-vegetarian and do that. It all depends on your insulin at the end of the day. And I wish I had figured this out before. Okay, so what I'm trying to say is that you can be anything. You can be anything as long as you monitor your insulin. Now, that being said, a couple of things have to be cleared. First, you have to go gluten-free. No and ifs or buts. You have to reduce your sugar. That's a big one. And when it comes to navigating carbohydrates and so forth, all of us are going to be different when it comes to how we're impacted by it. So I lost weight on a raw vegan diet, 25 pounds. I had my menstruation regulate itself, wonderful. But then I hit a plateau. And that was that I could not lose weight. So that is why I'm trying the whole keto thing, ketogenic thing and everything, and paleo I did before that. So there's this, constant shift back and forth. Main thing in all of this is you want to maintain that your insulin is stable, that your blood sugar glucose is stable, whatever diet you're on. That's the main thing. So to answer the question, there's going to be websites that say that high protein diet is best for PCOS. And then another website will say no, for fertility and so forth, you should try to go vegan, etc., etc. So it's pretty confusing with all the information. At the end of the day, you are in charge of what's happening with your body, and trying to be in tune with your body is your responsibility. So is there one diet fit for everybody? No. Is there one diet even fit for you? And I'm going to venture out and say no, because while I'm on ketogenic, I'm sure I'll go through periods where I want to cleanse, where I'm going to be raw vegan for a little bit in the summer, or let's say a particular month in the year. It all depends on what your body needs and what you need to do with your body, or what your priority is. Let's say I suddenly have a problem with my menstruation. Boom, I will change my diet. I will go back to raw vegan because that worked for me, where I suddenly scaled from the meats and, induced my period again, because that worked for me. It doesn't mean that will work for you. And this is where there's no one band-aid solution. It's a combination and combined effort, or from you, and also from you, of course, but in terms of effort in trying to see what's working, what's healing you, what's not, what's nourishing you, what's not, de-stressing, your supplements, all those things are part of it. So now, if you are unsure of what diet to go for and you're kind of cautious, you're nervous, you're not even like, you're just kind of all over the place in your mind, go for, first of all, that feel you can do, the first one, and go for, first of all, what is around you, because I can't tell someone to go ketogenic if they're living, let's say, in a place where, let's say, meat is not enough or is too expensive. So you have to be realistic too. The main thing is monitoring your insulin. What does that mean? That means making sure your blood glucose levels don't spike. And that is why the ketogenic diet is good, is because you're just eating fats mostly and meat and a little bit of carbohydrates, which turn into glucose, which turns into sugar, essentially. But that being said, glucose is not bad either. As long as you minimize your calories, you do your exercises, and if you have an insulin issue, then choosing fruits, maybe not even having fruits, having vegetables, and other carbohydrates, and working out to burn it, so your insulins don't spike. These are options. So again, what I'm trying to say is understand your environment, understand what you need, and most importantly, be in tune with your body so you know what you are requiring and what your priority is. If your priority is menstruation, if your priority is fertility, if your priority is, whatever it is, you need to know what that is and what you should be trying to do to heal yourself. I'm here to answer any questions. No one's going to have the same shoe. No, not one shoe is going to fit everyone. And we're all unique. Some of us have gone through miscarriages. Some of us are trying to get pregnant. Some of us are just trying to get our period. So again, it's all depending on your system and your genetics and your predisposition to food as well, and allergies and all those other host of situations as well. Because I also forgot to mention, allergies also play a huge role. Inflammation plays a big role also when it comes to regulation of periods. You could be allergic to some foods that you don't even know. So something to also consider when you're taking a look at your own inventory of what you should be doing and eating. Again, I'm an advocate for cycling diets because we need all kinds of nutrition in our system. So let's say I'm on the keto. I'm just going to give my own example, ketogenic diet. I know that I'm not going to always stay on it because I want my fruits and vegetables as well. So, it's something that you work with, you forgive yourself with, you're allowed to be adaptive with, you're allowed to be experimental with. For some people, they like to stick to one diet and keep it for life. That's not my personality type. So being realistic too in terms of who you are is important too. So all of these things I'm kind of, sharing here. Main point is there's no one diet that will fit us all. Follow what makes sense in your journey at that time. For me personally, at that time, raw did, vegan did, vegetarianism did, and then now keto is making sense to me. But I will never advocate the same to everyone else. So again, I always say this, I'm always here to give advice or assist in trying to find your answer. And lots of information out there. Be critical, be informed, be thorough in finding the information that will make sense to you and for you. Because, again, you are your own medicine woman at the end of the day. Okay, that's about it. I should get back to my work, and wishing you a great week. And I'll be in touch with a supplement called Vitex, which I never really did an upload on, but I will. Okay, take care. Bye.